we're going to cover the top 3 reasons why Kaspa is going to be listed on both CoinBase and Binance. Right now is everybody's last chance to load the bags with Kaspa for super cheap. Look at your portfolio right now, and I bet you can identify at least one position that is not worth going all in on. Why did you go in on it in the first place? Right now, you should sell that and put it into Kaspa. Of course, nothing that we're saying is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I can only tell you from my own experience. As Kaspa just jumped up from 13 cents to 14.7, my personal bag increased $25,000. At 66 cents, I'm going to be a millionaire on paper. And this is from only going all in on Kaspa, getting the biggest bag I can. Imagine that we're at our local arcade. Every position that we have is one of those groundhog whack-a-moles. 3 of them are going to pop up for every position. So if you just have Kaspa, you've got 2 padded mallets in your hand, and there's 3 holes you're keeping your eye on. You're going to whack the mole when it pops up to its peak. Meanwhile, you've got 10 positions. This is 30 moles. How are you ever going to be able to sell the top on all those positions? You're really just getting off on watching the moles pop out of the hole, not putting the money in the bank, not taking those tickets to the counter, and getting the secret decoder ring. When you have more Kaspa, you can get more tickets, you can get that secret decoder ring, and I urge you to get rid of your worthless positions that you wouldn't go all in on and put it into something that's worth going all in on, like Kaspa. The first reason that we know Kaspa's going to get listed on Coinbase is because of its connection with Polychain Capital. The CEO of this VC investment firm, Polychain Capital, they seed funded Kaspa $8 million. You can find proof of this inside the book of Kaspa, chapter 2, paragraph 3. They talk about the $8 million that they got from Olaf Karlson, the CEO of Polychain Capital. Now, over on Coinbase Ventures, Olaf Karlson was the head of risk. The character Eric Dale from the movie Big Short, he is the Olaf Karlson of Coinbase Ventures. He left the firm under good terms and then opened up Polychain Capital. Now, what is Coinbase's number one concern? That the SEC won't tell them the rules. They're always getting on TV saying, tell us the rules. We'll be happy to comply with them. And the SEC's like, well, then we won't be able to take you to court, so you're just going to have to guess and check. So what they did, and this is when we're starting to get into theory here, is they had Olaf Karlson go start Polychain Capital outside of the United States, outside of the reach of the SEC. And what happens is Polychain Capital and Coinbase Ventures, they share investments together. Thus, Polychain Capital is an extension of Coinbase Ventures. And I'll put documentation proving this in the description below. Right now, with your Coinbase browser wallet, you can buy wrapped Kaspa. That's the second connection leading us into the Coinbase main exchange. Now, over on Binance, they've already got Kaspa, but only for futures trading. What kind of an exchange only allows you to trade something in futures but not in spot? The biggest barrier from Kaspa getting listed on these tier 1 exchanges is there's a huge fee. That's why all these meme coins end up getting listed on Coinbase. They have the money to pay the fees. So once the 10 BPS upgrade finally goes through, Kaspa's rubbing shoulders with enough power players to drum up the money if they already don't have it inside their treasury and finally get us listed on these tier 1 exchanges. Now, talking about diversification, I finally bought my second position that's not Kaspa. The reason why is because I finally got forced to. The amount of money that I can save every month won't even affect my bag more than 1 or 2%. So it's not going to make a big difference on when I sell in the peak of 2025. And this new position is, of course, in the AI sector, and it is a new listing. I'll give you a bit of a hint as to what it is. With every single model of GPT-4, they have at least 2 inhibitors placed on it. One is to make sure that it can't replicate itself and spread itself all over the internet. Inhibitor number 2 is they want to make sure that the AI can't access financial markets and thus start to fund itself as its own financial entity. And what this project is doing, and there are intermediaries that are humans in the form of development teams, but it's allowing artificial intelligence to put these teams in contact with grant funding, build these platforms, and then thus replicate itself out in different forms and shape of artificial intelligence and spread itself across the market. This is a new listing project. This has a potential amazing wow factor. And of course, with that, a super rocket into the top 100, possibly even more during the 2025 bull market. Hopefully you guys have been doing your research, combing through the new AI listings, and if you've read all the white papers, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about right now. Want to take a look at the 24-point report covering every single possible angle you could think of, detailing this project out. We have it inside the Patreon, along with this late summer to early fall's #1 best GameFi pick. Once you see this, everyone's in 110% agreement. This is going to be the game that's strong enough to challenge even Heroes of Mavia, and because it's getting released right in GameFi season, it's absolutely going to steal the show with price. None of the team unlocks and the VC unlocks are happening until early mid 2025. Meanwhile, the team on even Heroes of Mavia is about to start taking some fees in all the GFAL, Myria, Lit Labs. The team's already been getting paid. That's what's been holding those projects back so often. So with GameFi, timing is everything. So if you're interested in adding some gaming to your portfolio, we have the pick. It's not even listed yet. You can jump in, scoop it up on day one. From the study of its tokenomics, its TGE, token generation event, the day one exchange listing, should be fairly bullish. They're not releasing a ton of it out on day one, so the price should start to run right off the get-go. Thus, getting in the first 90 minutes is advantageous. This bull market is a once every 4 years opportunity to get filthy rich. Do not blow this opportunity chasing hype, going for the bird in the bush. Kaspa is the bird in the hand. It can absolutely do amazing things. It hasn't even started to break out. The massive bull run hasn't started yet. It's still super early. I'm already set. I'm going to be a millionaire multiple times over. Get off the meme coins, get off the hype train, and get into Kaspa before it's too late. Otherwise, you're going to be spending the next 4 years smacking your head and checking your girlfriend's phone because she's going to be on a date with me. Thanks for checking out this video, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.